All right, it is knife time, coming to you this gloomy and doomy Bowie Thursday afternoon from Junker Forge. It is rainy and cold, and all the little hills and mountains around me have snow on them. It's starting to be winter. Yeehaw. Today we're going to get into one of Move-On's favorites. I had to find where he'd stashed it on me because he don't want me to play with it. The Hibben Old West Bowie. That's right. Look at that shiny Bowie. Look at my custom no-rain setup, you guys. How cool is that? Anyway, yeah. Boy, this is a pretty cool knife. It is 20 1/2 inches overall of stainless steel with some gold-plated accents with that S-guard and the back strap there that goes over. And we'll get into that in a minute. 14-inch blade. 14-inch blade with what they call the bloodwood handle. Now, you may look at this and think it's a ridiculous wall hanger, but actually, factually, I've done some stuff with this, nothing too much. I've done some tree trimming, some bush trimming around Junker Forge with it over the years. I like to play with it. Even though it's a big old beast of a blade, it's not that unwieldy. The way that handle fits in your hand just gives you kind of a good roly-poly grip, and you can kind of twist and move it and do all the things you want to do. Yeah, stainless steel. They don't say what it is, but you know, it's probably like a 440. Maybe it doesn't matter, because this thing has enough heft to it that if you did have to do some things with it, it would probably be all right. I've watched dudes on the internet throw these and chop things and baton with them, and they always knock this part off. Now, on I won't say original, but on an old school Bowie, when you saw this right here, it was typically made out of brass. And the point of this was catch the opponent's blade, and it would bite into the brass, and you could disarm them real quick one time. I'm sure this is pot metal with the gold plating on it. It's not that, like I said, it's not just a wall hanger. Mine, it's got some little scratches here and there. But it's a beautiful Bowie boy, and it would look really nice hanging on the wall of your den or your living room, on your mantle. You know what I'm saying? That'd be kind of cool. This is kind of like, for a long time when you'd say, oh, a Bowie knife, this is pretty much the style that would pop into a lot of people's heads, you know? This is pretty much a replica of what people say Jim Bowie was hefting around at the good old Alamo when he bought the farm, per se. And there are similar ones on displays in museums all across the good old USA, and I'm sure other parts of the world. I think Gil Hibben did a really good job on these, as he does with all his knives. Gil Hibben has made some really cool, iconic knives over the years. And some are just, you see them and you just know, you know what I mean? Like, oh, that's a Hibben knife. And right now, a lot of places have the 65th anniversary of this out. And this one just has like a pretty plain, good top grain leather sheath that it comes with, see? With the Hibben Knives logo there on it. This is like, this way is pretty much like the only practical way I ever found to carry this. Not that I ever carried this much, but I have carried it just for fun. You know what I'm saying? And that's from the Old West. Like those Ren Fair girls see these things, they're like, oh my lord, your big old sword piece. And I'm like, it's not a sword piece, baby, it's a Bowie blade. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Non-sharpened false edge up here. But, man, I'm going to tell you right now, as big and as beastly as this boy is, it does have that Wilford P. Brimley tip. You can check your levels right there. And if they're too high, you can tap a toe off. Tap a toe off. Drop them levels. For every toe, you lose 10 points. Don't listen to Uncle Junk for any kind of advice whatsoever, ever. Yeah. I really dig it. It's really fun. Is it practical? Probably not. Is it cool? Hell yeah. And the cool part is, these are like 110 bucks. You can get them on the Bezos place, which is probably the best place to get them deal-wise, because any other place, like good old Bud K, man, you order anything from Bud K, they're always going to zap you with a big old fat shipping bill, which I think is ridiculous. But, you know, who am I? I'm just a dude that's addicted to Bowies. Anyway, I'm not enjoying this weather today. But it's whatever. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Big, long boy. Wide. This is for real, like, you know, you can't ever carry anything like this without people, like, 110% instantly. That's not a knife. That's a knife, you know, the whole Crocodile Dundee thing. That's like a common dad joke you catch all the time if you carry a rather large knife. It's like after a while you're like, hell yeah, brother, you know? But yeah, the bloodwood is so pretty. See that? And over the years, they made different color handles for them. There is an Expendables version of this knife that has like this faux ivory handle on it. And it was in the Expendables movie. Yep, it surely is. Boy, and that mirror polished blade, man. You could shave in this mirror. It's that shiny and good. You could use this to shave or do any mirror type things you do. You could stick this in a stump and step back and check out your fit. Be like, ooh, I'm a sharp dressed man today. You know what I'm saying? Pretty cool Bowie boy. Especially for 110 bucks, basically. It has that cool, you know, S-guard that people have learned to love and like. Yeah, I really dig these. They're fun. This is my second one. The first one I had way back in the olden times, I beat the hell out of it. And I don't know what eventually happened to it, but it isn't with us anymore. But I have this one now. Yeah. If you want to check out some big, giant Bowies that aren't junk, that have high fit and finish, and are decent quality, check out the Hibben Bowies, man, overall. He makes some really good ones. One of my favorites I actually will carry from time to time is the Magnum, but this one's the Old West. Yeah, 20.5 inches. Right here you got yourself a back-cutting Bowie short sword. It's got the cool little stars, and they're not just on one side. They're on, you got 4 stars. And I will give this Bowie boy 4 stars, because it's cool. You could even put your finger up, wrap it around there to give yourself some choke up on it, so you can control it more. And with that fine point, you could probably do some little pokey-wokey things with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to share this with you guys today. I know Move On has given you a glimpse of it in the past, but I finally tracked it down, and here it is. Yeah. The Gil Hibben Old West Bowie. That's right. I think you need one. Christmas is right around the corner. You know who to ask. You know who to ask. Not Uncle Junk. Go to the mall, sit on Santa's lap, and if you're a good boy or girl, Who knows? All right, everybody. I'm going to go give my goat boys some treats and go start supper. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Bowie Thursday. And we're going to get after some stuff tomorrow and the like. And hopefully the weather's a little bit better. All right. I'll get at you later. And don't forget to watch your top knot.